Hey bears, so today we are going to discuss what additive inverses are. So if you guys just want to go ahead, and you should have my video on the tiny screen and just follow along and fill out your notes as we go. You guys should be off to a good start. So additive inverses, what are they? So additive inverses are the number that you add to another number in order to get a product of 0. So make sure in that box, if you need to pause and kind of make sure you get that whole definition. It's the number that we're adding to another number in order to get a product of 0. So just to kind of run through examples of what that means. So if you look over here in our example box, we have the number 5. That would be our first number. The additive inverse of 5 is what we're adding to that in order to get a product of 0. So 5 plus what number is going to give us 0? Our additive inverse is going to be negative 5. So the additive inverse is going to have, let me just highlight this so you guys can see. So it's going to have the opposite sign, and it's going to be the exact same number. So we had a positive 5. We're adding our negative 5 to give us that product of 0. The number stayed the same. We just changed our sign. Same thing if we start with negative 14. So negative 14, the additive inverse, again, is that number we're adding to get a product of 0. Negative 14 plus what equals 0? Change our sign, keep the number the same. Positive 14 is that additive inverse. So again, we have our number, our additive inverse, our product is 0. So number, additive inverse, and product of 0. And just, I didn't include this in your notes, but just let's say that our number looked something like this. We had our blank plus 7 equals 0. So we still need that additive inverse that we're adding to a number to give us 0. So just because the order has flipped, this blank space is still our additive inverse. What are we doing to 7 in order to get to 0? Negative 7 plus 7 equals 0. Okay. So then you guys have a few practice problems down at the bottom. I want you to go ahead and pause this video. So click pause, try those 4, and I'm going to kind of go over those once you guys are all done. So again, go ahead and pause me, try those out, and then in a second, I will go over those answers. So hopefully you guys did pause that and give those a shot. So what we're looking for, our additive inverse, 10 plus what number is 0? Our additive inverse is negative 10. 0 equals negative 4 plus what number? So negative 4 plus 4 is going to give us that 0. Remember, we are kind of flipping the sign and keeping the number the same. So 10.97, we know it's going to start with negative. 10.97 equals 0. And negative 16, flip the sign, keep your number the same. Negative 16 plus 16 gives us that 0. So our inverses, additive inverses, were negative 10, 4, negative 10.97, and 16. All right, so on the next slide, you guys are going to have some practice problems. Some of them get into word problems. Some are, is this showing additive inverses, yes or no? And then, so that's going to be on the left. On the right-hand side, you guys have a little quizzes to practice. You will have a quiz tomorrow on pretty much everything we've covered so far, adding positive and negative integers, stuff with number lines, absolute value, and your additive inverses. So again, if you have questions, feel free to message on GoGuardian or either hop in the Zoom link. That is always open for you guys as well. So hope you guys filled those out. Get started on this assignment and let me know if you need anything. Thanks.